Some places are so secret, they don't even show up on a map. Not on Google, not in dusty archives, not even whispered about in the corridors of power. Whether buried deep in granite mountains, sealed under busy cities, or hidden in plain sight beneath tourist attractions, these places hold history, mystery, and more than a few government secrets. And if you've ever wondered what really lies below us, tonight, we're going down. Beneath Washington, D.C., the nation's capital, lies a shadow city few ever see. A vast network of tunnels, some public, most not, silently connecting government buildings, subway stations, and offices. Congressional staff hurry between chambers, security officials glide past on electric carts, and down the sterile hallways, barbershops and food courts hum with ordinary life. A city within a city. But here's the catch. The full map of this underground web? Still classified. Some swear it hides deeper levels, secure evacuation routes that vanish into undisclosed locations, a government lifeline buried under our feet, waiting for a crisis that may never come. Washington looks calm on the surface, but below, the machinery of power is always moving. If Washington's tunnels are the veins of government, Raven Rock in Pennsylvania is its beating heart. Carved into a mountain 768 feet below the surface, Raven Rock was built to survive the unthinkable: nuclear war. Massive 30-ton blast doors, 3.5 feet thick, seal in 5 underground buildings, each rising 15 stories tall. Inside, offices, cafeterias, a barbershop, even its own power and water systems. A full-blown underground city. Built in the 1950s, at the height of the Cold War, it was designed so government could carry on, even as the world above turned to ash. And yet, the nuclear strike never came. Raven Rock still waits, silent, a relic of a war that stayed cold. But it isn't alone. Colorado's Cheyenne Mountain Complex is buried under 2,000 feet of granite. Its 25-ton blast doors could withstand a direct nuclear hit. For decades, it was NORAD's command center, the nerve hub watching for Soviet missiles streaking over the Arctic. Today it sits in standby operational, but quiet, like a slumbering giant, waiting for the alarm that may one day wake it. And then there's the Greenbrier Bunker, hidden not in a mountain, but under a luxury resort in West Virginia, built to house all 535 members of Congress in case of Armageddon. For decades, lawmakers sipped cocktails and played golf above, while beneath them sat a secret fortress of blast doors and decontamination chambers. Until, in 1992, the Washington Post exposed it. Overnight, its secrecy was shattered. Now, tourists wander where Congress might have lived and voted in a world destroyed. But some corridors remain restricted, fueling suspicion. Maybe, just maybe, its role isn't over. Of course, not every secret lies in granite mountains. Some are right beneath our feet in the busiest cities on Earth. Take New York City. Most know the subways, few know the rest. Abandoned tunnels snake under Little Italy and the New York Public Library. Old cattle tunnels linger under the meatpacking district. And in Soho, whispers of trading tunnels once used for deals no one wanted above ground. New York even had a network of pneumatic mail tubes in the 1890s, firing letters at 30 miles an hour through steel arteries below the streets. But the crown jewel is the City Hall subway station, a cathedral of stained glass and curved tile arches, closed in 1945, still shimmering in the dark. If you stay on the 6 train past the last stop, You'll glimpse it as the train loops around. A ghost station, hidden in plain sight. Brooklyn hides its own relic, the Atlantic Avenue Tunnel, sealed in 1861 and rediscovered in 1980 through a manhole by an obsessed historian. Down there, 15 feet below, workers once even unearthed a 17th century ship preserved beneath skyscrapers. Layers of history. A city built on forgotten cities. And it isn't just New York. Seattle sits on top of its own buried twin. After the Great Fire of 1889, the city raised its streets higher. The old storefronts below were entombed. For a time, those underground rooms were used for bootlegging, gambling, and less respectable trades. Today, they're tourist attractions, haunted with stories of crime and shadow deals. Sacramento, California, faced devastating floods in the 1860s. The solution? Raise the whole downtown by 10 feet. What remained below became a frozen time capsule. Bottles of perfume, whiskey jugs, hairbrushes, and medicine jars. Everyday life sealed in dirt and shadow. Even Atlanta, Georgia hides an underground of buried railroads and storefronts. Forgotten, then revived as an entertainment hub in the 1960s, now in redevelopment limbo. The city above changes, but the city below always lingers. Not all secrets are about war. Some are about survival. Some about escape. In Detroit, the vast salt mines stretch beneath 1,500 acres of the city. Once they produced mountains of salt. Later, rumors swirled of smuggling during Prohibition. Today, travelers pass through Detroit Metro Airport's surreal light tunnel, 700 feet of shifting neon colors and abstract glass. It feels like stepping into another world, and maybe that's the point. In Louisville, Kentucky, a former limestone mine became the Mega Cavern, 100 acres of underground zip lines, bike trails, and tram tours. Once eyed as a fallout shelter, now a tourist draw. History repurposed into thrill rides. In Las Vegas, of course, even bunkers get extravagant. In 1978, businessman Jerry Henderson built a mansion 26 feet underground, complete with swimming pool, garden, mini golf course, and painted murals of skies and landscapes. A fallout shelter disguised as a dream home. Cold War paranoia with Vegas flair. And then there's the Cavern Suite in Arizona, a hotel room buried 220 feet down inside the Grand Canyon caverns. Guests sleep in utter silence and pitch darkness, broken only by artificial lights. Originally a fallout shelter, now it's billed as the quietest hotel room on Earth. Some guests call it peaceful, others claustrophobic. A reminder of just how close survival and isolation can feel. Perhaps the strangest underground project of all wasn't beneath a city, but beneath the ice of Greenland. In 1959, the U.S. Army carved out Camp Century, 2.5 miles of tunnels powered by a portable nuclear reactor. It had labs, a hospital, even a movie theater. Officially, it was a research base, but later documents revealed its true purpose: Project Iceworm, an audacious plan to hide nuclear missiles under the shifting ice, aimed straight at the Soviet Union. The plan failed. By 1967, the ice had crushed the tunnels. The base was abandoned, its waste and reactor parts left behind, frozen under the glacier. But ice doesn't keep secrets forever. In 2024, NASA radar rediscovered the site, a relic of Cold War ambition, and a looming environmental time bomb, as the melting ice threatens to release what was buried. Not
Every subterranean secret is built by governments or armies. Sometimes it's one man with a vision. In Fresno, California, a Sicilian immigrant named Baldassare Forestiere spent 40 years carving his own underground world. The Forestiere Gardens. By hand. With nothing but picks and shovels. He built tunnels, courtyards, and living quarters to escape the brutal California heat. He planted fruit trees and grapevines, cutting skylights for the sun. Some of those trees are over 90 years old, still bearing fruit in the cool underground air. What began as one man's escape became a labyrinth of life. Proof that the underground can be more than bunkers and secrets. It can be a dream. From Washington's secret tunnels to Greenland's frozen weapons. From ghost stations to underground gardens. The world beneath us is stranger, darker, and more alive than we realize. We walk streets paved over forgotten cities. We sleep above Cold War bunkers, still armed for an apocalypse that never came. We sip coffee, oblivious to the humming corridors below, where power and paranoia still hide. The truth is, humanity has always dug down, to protect, to hide, to survive, and maybe to keep secrets we weren't meant to see. So the next time you step into a subway, or glance at a manhole cover, or pass a nondescript government building, remember, beneath your feet may lie another world, one that was never meant to be found.